If she's been with one, I will not shun. If she's been with two, that will do. But if she's been with three, it's a no from me.
Oh my gosh.
If she's been with four, well, she's a...
To hold people's pasts against them is something we are actively taught not to do.
I don't shame any girls, anything. I never do. I don't care what you were. I'm not one of those people.
Right now.
I have to respect the men they've slept with.
I'm just saying Andrew Schultz had a point with modern feminism kind of degrading women to the worst possible denominator.
Welcome back to Midnight Mormons, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Cardinellis, and today I'm joined in the studio by Kwaku L. and Brad Whitbeck. And, you know, we set people straight on this show. Oftentimes it's ex-Mormon, anti-Mormons, atheists, evangelicals that hate us, who err it be. And sometimes we self-censure, not censor, but censure. In this case, we are calling out one Kwaku L. for his judgmental and misogynistic views. No, I'm just kidding. We do bring to
I've never massaged anybody.
I got you.
That's right.
Sure you're not a dad? That was a dad joke. Anyway.
No, that was just a good pun.
Yeah.
A masterful pun.
Okay, so anyway, we're not going to bury this lead, but we did get into an argument. Apparently, Kwaku won't date somebody if what, Kwaku?
Should I just read the poem?
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a poem.
There's a poem.
There's a poem.
Look, I want to make clear, any girl watching this,
Okay.
your value is based on the fact that you're a daughter of God, daughter of the Most High, sister of Adam and Christ. However, I have some rules, and they're not rules I broadcast publicly.
Okay.
You know, I just, every time someone figures out about these rules, they get upset at me that I have a body count rule. Okay.
Okay, and by for those that are not in the colloquial know, body count means
Amount of boys she slept with,
okay.
and not made out with, slept with.
Okay, and now I hear all of the feminists sharpening their pencils.
Now, mind you,
And all of those that hate you booting up their laptops to start blogging against you.
I'm not the guy. I'm not Andrew Tate, right? I don't go, if she sleeps around, that means she's disgusting. Why would I want to be with a woman who's a whore? Like, I don't do that, right?
Okay, yeah.
But I have a rhyme. If she's been with one, I will not shun. If she's been with two, that will do. But if she's been with three, it's a no from me.
Oh my gosh.
If she's been with four, well, she's a person. If she's been with five, the end is nigh. If she's been with six, she can't be fixed. If she's been with seven, she won't go to heaven. So I just want to make clear that's just how I view it. Because think about this.
Just to make sure, Midnight Mormons does not endorse this idea that nobody can be fixed. We believe in the eternal grace of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I ain't Jesus. So look.
Kwaku, I love how by number 3 you turn into Randy Jackson. That's a no from me, dog.
That's a no from me, dog.
It's
going to be a no from... Well, look, here's the thing. I don't want a girl that a bunch of other dudes have had their Johnsons in. And you know what? I'm not crazy. That's not unreasonable. I don't tell girls, "Oh, sorry, you've slept with this many, it's not going to work." I will lie to them. I'll make up a different reason. But I'm not going to tell them. For example, there's this one girl, I won't
So you
give her name.
openly admit to being dishonest with your romantic partners in order to
I'm not going to
preserve.
destroy her self-esteem for the rest of her life. That's horrible.
Okay.
So I'll make up a different reason. I'll tell her that she's fat.
But,
So, no, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. I would never do that. That's horrible.
No, you just do what they do in ballet where they say, you just need to lengthen.
Okay, here's a question.
I would never do that.
Before you explain yourself further, I am curious. How is what you're saying here not just like 2 steps removed from the chewed gum analogy?
Or like
What?
radical Islam.
Well, it's pretty far from that. But, because have you seen my events? The women aren't wearing that much. They're definitely not wearing a burqa. So I will say this.
You look like just Trump when you said that. You're like, oh, they weren't wearing just much. Like they weren't wearing a burqa.
I am full, when it comes to feminism in this way, I am fine with crop tops, booty shorts, whatever you want to wear. I don't shame you for what you're wearing. I don't shame you for
You
the men
just
many
shame
slept
them
with.
if the natural consequence
No.
of dressing as so sexy ends up resulting in actual sex, then you shame them.
No. Because here's the thing also. No, that's inaccurate. Because one, I have been in my apartment where I've seen girls go into my apartment to the athletes upstairs, into their about to have sex look, and they're literally just wearing sweatpants and a hoodie. Because, I mean, there's not much on underneath that, but they're wearing. So when girls are actually going to get down, they're not like dressed to the nines anymore. Okay, this is the age of Juice WRLD and depression. So now,
oh my gosh,
I don't shame any girls anything. I never do. I don't care what you wear. I'm not one of those people.
Do you read them that poem on the first date?
No, of course not.
He takes it to their door.
I don't.
He nails it to their door like Luther's 95 Theses.
I nail it to the door the way they've been nailed by
Oh my gosh.
So no, I don't. But here's the thing. Here I'm gonna give you a couple examples as to why this is a good rule to follow. Okay, here's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And again, I don't go around and interview girls like, well, what's your body count to get a reaction on TikTok? I don't do that. There's a girl I was talking to for a little bit. Won't say when this was. Whatever. Won't give her name. But at the time, she was 18, okay? She had slept with 13 boys at 18.
Whoa.
And I was like, your body count's 13? She's like, yeah, it's just really hard for me to say no.
What?
Sorry.
Or daddy issues or something. Jeez Louise. That's crazy.
13's, I was like, okay, that's a bit much. And so... here's the other thing, though. She had a really hard time connecting. She was like, dating is so hard for me. It's really, really hard for me to connect. So then I started asking my female friends who have body counts over 12, is it hard for you to connect? And they're like, it's really hard for me to connect with boys. Turns out it's in fact, the more boys a girl sleeps with, the harder it is for her to maintain a relationship for a long period of time, and the harder it is for her to have an emotional attachment. So you're actually more likely to get divorced if the woman you're married to has a high body count.
No, that is actually true. There are studies that have been done.
Well,
that even if you wait before marriage, you're better off. Like down to that level, there have been studies that prove this.
Definitely. Well, here's the deal. Discipline helps in everything. If we're going to convert your almost haiku and your poetic justice, that was the name of a movie. I just said that because it's the name of a movie. But if we were to try and convert your humorous poem into some kind of realistic conversation having to do with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the gospel and so on and so forth, I think I would say, to me, discipleship, the root of discipleship is discipline, and discipline helps everything. I don't know a single thing in which discipline doesn't help. Mm-hmm. And at least with me, I am no perfect person, but me and my wife attempting to and succeeding, fortunately, in the whole not having sex before we're married endeavor was the first hard thing that we really had to do together. And shortly thereafter, I mean, within only a couple of years of us being married, our daughter has cancer, and it's brutal and difficult. And there's a reason why it causes a lot of divorce amongst couples, especially couples that have not had to usher discipline into their relationship. So I think discipline helps in spiritual health. In this case with sexuality, I think it helps with physical health. The most disciplined weightlifters oftentimes aren't the most genetically gifted, but oftentimes the most disciplined. So yeah, I think it's fair to say your BC, as the Gen Z calls it now.
Yeah, your BC.
Your BC is correlated to some measurable quantifiers and predictors of success in the future. Am I wrong, Brad?
They're in seminary and they're like, in BC 600. And they're like, what?
What
was Lehi doing? No, but I think you have a point there, Carden.
I love how you're the one that came up with a juvenile joke this time.
Yeah,
Brad.
I know. It's never.
You know what I'm saying?
Brad.
It's like never Brad.
No,
you know?
okay. So I think there is something to what you're saying there. But I think we need to remember how much the atonement can work in people's lives. Kwaku, I don't think there's anything wrong with you setting up your personal rule that way. And
wait, but what is your personal rule? So you said nothing. You won't date them if they have a body count more than 3?
3 is where I say no.
3 or more.
3 or more.
No, yeah. So 3 is like.
So even though your poem went up to 7, you chop it off at below half that. You say no dating, no 3. More if we've had more than 3.
Here's why. Okay, 3, you get your first boyfriend in high school. Fine, you guys slept with each other after homecoming night, whatever. Okay, then you got like that one crazy fling from that one crazy summer night, and then you got like your
With that
freshman year
midget
boyfriend
from
in
Cirque du
college.
Soleil. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
What the heck, Cardi?
Not that.
Was
No.
I the only one? No, I just.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but after that, you should learn. Now, again, I want to make clear, I'm also not the guy though that's like telling my girlfriend, "What are you wearing? Cover up." Like, I want everyone. I want everyone to see how hot my girlfriend is. I'm not the kind who keeps her cooped away. Like, I'm not.
I feel you there, dog.
So here's the thing that I want to say. I think we can't let the power of the atonement be limited to a rhyme.
Yeah, dude, I don't care, man. If she's hot and she digs me and got a BC at 20, it's like, dude, I'm down.
And see, here's the thing. I think it's less about how hot she is, Carden, and more about where she's at now, right? Like if I were
like
dating a
spiritually
girl
and stuff?
who, like, if I was dating a girl who like 5 years ago had slept around a ton, but she had changed her life significantly since then it wouldn't really matter
So
to
if
me
you
that
met
much.
Miss September at a party and she was just intrigued by you and you knew that she had a BC that was in double digits and stuff, and she wasn't even a member or something, but she was into you and you felt like, hey, actually we're kind of compatible personality wise and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be down to clown, if try it out, take her on a date.
If she's changed, right? Because otherwise we're totally incompatible. Like
But are you really? Just because
I would 100% be incompatible with somebody who is expecting to sleep around a lot, right? Like,
yeah, but what if you're like, she's so in love with you that she's just like, I don't know, man. To me, it's just like,
see, you're throwing in the aspect of somebody who isn't a member of the church with this, right?
Okay.
So like, and I think that is different, because if people learn the gospel and they come to a point that they literally change who they were and they become a new person through Christ, you gotta consider that.
I've changed. I'm different now. That time I was in a four-way with every football player from Appalachian State University on a Thursday night with 2 Jaegers in me. I'm different now.
Oh,
Here's
my
the thing.
gosh.
Let me tell you why I got out
You
of the
think you can't tell the difference between that and sincere repentance?
Here's what I'm saying, Brad. I grew up in the godless South. You know what I saw in the South?
What?
All the Christian girls who had the Chris Tomlin and Passion and Hillsong and the great Christian music.
Thoughtly Jezebels?
No. Here's what I'm saying. They were Christian girls with the little chacos and like the Nike shorts and the big T-shirts going to Chick-fil-A during their Bible studies. And then they go to Texas A&M. They go to University of Texas and they join a sorority and they get passed around like bowling shoes in a bowling alley.
Oh my gosh.
They are being just ran through like nobody's business. And suddenly they rededicate their lives to Christ around the end of their senior year when they want to get married to the chemical engineering major, and they always get resaved at a very convenient moment. Okay,
I think you can tell the difference between that.
That's all of them. Okay, it's not all of them, but it's a lot.
A very broad brush.
It is a lot though, and that is a real thing. That is a real thing. So I just say,
that
look,
feels like deathbed repentance in a way.
if I'm the bishop. I'm not going to say, oh, well, you can't call Sister So-and-so to be Relief Society president because she slept with this many boys 20 years. I'm not doing that. I don't care. I'm just saying, personally, me, why would I? Look. If I have a piece of gum, okay.
No, there we go. Here it is.
I'm chewing a piece of gum, all right? I can reform it the same way. But it doesn't change the fact that
there it is.
There have been a bunch of teeth in it. Now imagine instead of teeth, it was a bunch of just hitting that gum over and over again. Do you want to chew that gum, Brad? Do you want to chew that gum that's had a bunch of men's in it?
Dig it.
Pounding that orbit with their
through the atonement of Jesus Christ, that gum can be made whole again. Okay?
You would not chew that gum.
I gotta
it has been blessed. Eat this gum. You wouldn't do it.
Oh my god.
Dude, I don't know, man. I know a lot of dudes in the 90s that would chew that Pamela Anderson gum regardless of what Tommy Lee and all those dudes did to her before, man.
I have no idea what you just said.
I don't have no. I'm not.
She was probably the biggest sex symbol of the 90s. Was Pamela Anderson. Baywatch. It's our number one cultural export, right? Then I don't know who's a hottie sex symbol of the early 2000s when you guys were young men. Who's that?
Like Lola Bunny from Space Jam? What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm not talking about a cartoon, dog. Like not the hot chick in Naruto, dude.
No, when I was little, it was like Selena Gomez was like the.
Okay, cool. So
Remember,
come
she was like the hottest. Everyone's like Selena Gomez.
What? Who said that?
Everyone thought Selena Gomez was hot. She dated Bieber.
Oh, okay.
No, that's true. There's a lot of guys that thought Selena Gomez was hot. Like I forgot where I was going with this, other than the fact that like
Look, I'm not a bad guy because I look. I'm not shaming anyone. I'm just saying it makes sense. It makes sense. For
Would you make
marriage.
them walk home from the date? Like once you found out the body
No, I'm
count?
not going to give them a
in and
scarlet
out?
letter and be like, "Get to the hen's hole." Like I'm not doing that. I'm just saying.
And let's be clear. I don't think that you're unreasonable for having that as like a blanket rule.
And I noticed that's a big Gen Z internet
Also,
thing right now.
I have to respect the men they've slept with.
Oh, that's true.
No, seriously. Look,
Yeah.
if I find out the 3 dudes, one was a scammer, the other was a pothead, and the other was a loser, I'm like, you slept with those guys?
And that's what you're attracted to? Like, am I in the same boat
it's
as
like,
them?
oh, no. Like, if you slept with the, freaking... If you slept with Tim Ballard, it's like, you know what? It's kind of lit. I'm not going to lie.
So who's a really hot chick that's kind
Emma
of...
Chamberlain.
Emma Chamberlain. Okay, so let's just say...
Love her.
How
if
dare
Emma
you.
Chamberlain had a BC of 7, you wouldn't... Or of 8,
Look,
you
that's-
wouldn't go out with her?
Talking about girls, not goddesses.
Like,
Emma Chamberlain,
Oh my gosh.
Emma Chamberlain can do no wrong, okay? Do you understand? She
See?
can do no wrong.
See?
I have yet to ever see any girl that measures up to Emma Chamberlain, though. Name
Oh,
one.
dude. That one chick you said was hot, Madison Beer, she's hotter than Emma
No,
Chamberlain.
she's not. Emma Chamberlain all the way.
I think she's objectively more attractive. But okay, we're getting into the weeds now.
If Madison Beer and Emma Chamberlain both walked in the room naked and said, "Kwaku, take me," Emma.
Oh my gosh, why was that the scenario? Okay, back to
I've
what
given it a lot of thought. Look, I
back to what I was trying to say. I don't think that your blanket rule is necessarily a bad thing, but I think you need to be willing to have
there have been
exceptions.
many, as long as there haven't been more than 3 blankets on top of them as she's being ravished in the middle of the night by, whatever football player came over to her apartment at the
I think you need to
village.
have room for repentance.
She could have had room and not filled that room with another man's.
Oh my gosh. But I
This
think
is going to be hell on wheels to edit.
yes.
No,
but I think
Better than hell on heels like they have been when they were those guys.
oh my gosh. I think that like
Bring
you
us
need-
home, Brad.
you
Bring
need
us
to give
home.
the atonement its place. That people can change. And you're correct. There are people who pretend to change and haven't. I think you can recognize that, and you need to be willing to recognize when people have changed though. And any girls who watch this episode and are like, my body counts at 4. Am I like really trash because my body counts like I didn't really consider things enough before I figured it out?
I said they weren't. I'm just saying this is it's not like dating me is a prerequisite to go into the temple.
I know,
You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? Like,
I'm just saying there are going to be people who interpret this as, oh man, if my body counts like now I'm a bad person, And so I'm just
actually,
trying
see,
to say.
I love, like, if I were single right now, I'd love the fact that Kwaku's saying this because he's just digging himself a bigger grave and pushing away more chicks, making the hot ones that might have a higher BC that maybe guys like you and I didn't care about. It's like, yeah, Kwaku, yeah, you're totally right.
No.
And then I'd say, see that hypocritical jerk over there? I'll take you out.
No,
And then-
no. Here's the problem.
You know?
Here's the problem. I've talked like this information's already gotten out to people, and I've actually had like people have confronted me about it. It just makes girls want me more because the minute you tell a girl who's hot that they're not good enough for you, all they try to do is like think they can like no, I definitely am, and it's weird. So
It's true.
That
yeah,
is true.
It's so true. So you're like, nah, you slept with that many guys. You're a hoe. I'm not interested in you. I could do better. They're like, what? I'm like, it doesn't matter. My body.
And I am like so good. I
Also,
can get whatever I want.
Women retain the DNA. Did you
Why
know that?
do those women
the DNA
talk like that?
stays?
The DNA. No, it doesn't.
Look it up.
Kwaku, what
Look it up.
kind of conspiracy theory have you gone down this time?
$50. Look it up
And
right now.
why
Brad.
do the women that both of you were impersonating sound that way? Why are those the women that you're spending time with?
How does
Like-
Riley talk?
like a real woman, like a
Yeah,
real girl?
call her up right now. She'll be like, "Hi, honey." You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know?
I could call-
So
I have this rule, Emma Chamberlain. If you're watching this, I have been in love with you for years. I would do anything for you. I don't care if you slept with. I mean, come on, you can't make it too much, but I would date it. I don't care. She could have
okay,
7.
so
at least you're willing to make exceptions in some areas.
That's the only one.
okay, so let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Where we go wrong? If Cardin who's like, dude, I'll just convert the porn star and we'll get married in the temple and, let bygones be bygones.
Do you really want,
You know?
for the rest of your marriage, videos of your wife just going to
Dude,
town?
for me, it would be like, yeah, dude, they're all jealous and wish they could get with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like,
obviously,
badge of honor, dog.
obviously that's not the ideal situation, right?
So what?
But, like-
Maybe like they're awesome in bed or something. It could be the ideal situation.
Oh
How
my
do you know?
gosh, Carden. But like, I think to hold people's pasts against them is something we are actively taught not to do.
But I'm not holding it against them. I'm not doing that.
Somebody
I'm
else
not
already
judging their
did.
worth. I'm just saying we can be friends, buddies, pals, any of those things.
So it looks
I
like
And that's reasonable. It's a reasonable.
So we got Kwaku over there on the extreme no-go side. You got Carden over here on the extreme go-go side, and we got Brad somewhere in the middle on the slow-go side. So all right, that's fair enough. Only I'm going to heaven, but and
Also think about this.
apparently my views are more Christ-like because the woman taking adultery, I'd be like, go and sin no more. The Sanhedrin sucks.
Yeah, can you
know what
imagine?
I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's what Jesus was writing in the dirt. He was like, "Is your body count above 3?"
Oh.
She's like,
I don't have to. That's not me, though. I'm not Jesus. I'm not
Okay.
forgiving her sins. What? Okay, how about this? I know you're trying to end it, but think about this.
Okay.
In the
Yeah, we got to go.
in the age of OnlyFans, how many of these girls are making little OnlyFans porn accounts? Many, many, many. What happens if she
that
has
is
kids?
sad.
And then one day her kids are being made fun of in school because the local bully found Jimmy's mom's OnlyFans account from 6 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know how realistic that is.
I got
It's
to
a thing now already.
Is it really? Well, I mean, if it's 6 years ago, how long has OnlyFans been big? What, 2?
Personally,
You've got to have a mom who's
I think
actively
culturally-
using OnlyFans for kids to
It's
find
still-
it right now.
Single moms. A lot of single moms do.
And see, that's a different situation than like finding a girl who had an OnlyFans account but then changed.
Or let's say she wants to try something new in bed and you realize every single time she's like, let's try something new. It's like, oh, you already did that. Great.
or you could just totally enjoy the ride and think this is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that option too.
I bought a new MacBook because I didn't want a used one. And why get? I'm kidding.
Girls are
He's
not
saying that we're-
MacBooks.
No, of course
No,
not.
I
They're more of
actually-
Lenovo's.
This oh my god! This is why you're not married, Kwaku. Gotta date
All right,
better girls.
we're ending this before Kwaku literally digs through to hollow earth. You know what I'm saying? And then Vishnu presents himself there and says, "You are wrong about the body count." You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not. All the dudes know.
I'm really interested to see what the comments have to say.
Oh, they're gonna rip me apart. They're
where-
gonna be like, "This is worse than the founding fathers."
Actually, no, I got to tell you, I believe.
No, I think
There's
the
a
people
lot
who
of
are mad
young-
at you about the founding fathers are going to agree with you on this.
Yeah, that's true. I've
Like,
seen
No,
that.
I noticed that so much more. Like guys on TikTok going after girls for sexual promiscuity as endorsed by feminism as some kind of badge of honor
It's not a good thing
Is-
for society.
is, yeah, like I've seen a lot of that content lately. And
Like,
it's very humorous and
Andrew
funny.
Schulz said it best
What did Andrew Schulz say?
when he was talking about like going to a feminist rally, and he's like talking about how like, oh, you want girls to just walk around shirtless? I'm in. You want them to sleep with as many people as possible and like have no consequences for it? Yes, I'm in. Like,
be fair,
we're speaking the same language.
To be fair, he also called Ellen DeGeneres Clint Eastwood. So I think I'm not sure he's the guy we should be quoting.
No.
We're ending this.
I'm just saying Andrew Schulz had a point with modern feminism kind of degrading women to the worst possible denominator. Like all the guys who are crappy that you don't like, that's what you want women to be able to do?
Yeah, we should get Brittany in here to see her opinion. We'll call her. Before we cut this, we're going to call her. Until then, this is Midnight Mormons. See you in the next podcast. Hey guys, Cardinellis here. Thanks for watching the video. Now, before we go on to the next video, we gotta talk. We've got a ton of subscribers for which we are very grateful, but unfortunately, I'm going over the analytics and less than 15% of you guys have clicked on the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Now, besides being subscribed to this channel, you need to click that bell icon so you get alerted to every video we drop. We're making about 3 videos a week, dropping them once every other day, and you're not going to see all of them unless you've clicked on that bell icon. So please make sure you like and you share and you subscribe and you also click on the bell icon. See you guys in the next program.